Hi everyone, welcome to the Explorer. Today we will look at grammar. Past perfect tense.
Take out your grammar book too. Before I talk about past perfect tense, let's take a look at present perfect tense. Now you don't have to copy this table, right? You have already copied this table in your exercise book last week. Now what I want you to do is just listen to me. Present perfect tense uses the verb to be have or has with a past participle, gone, run, play, eaten, or seen. Okay, and who use have, I, you, we, they, plural subject. Use a plural verb have. And has is for singular subject. Singular subjects are he, she, it, one. Okay, so you always say I have gone, we have played, he has eaten. Okay, you cannot say I have go, no, right? Or I have going, no. But I have 那个是 past participle gone. Okay, so you remember this is the first thing, right, that I have taught you. Write the title present perfect tense. Write this into your exercise book. Now let's do a short revision of what you have learned last week. Present perfect tense is used to show past action, no time mentioned. So if you remember what I've taught you last week, present perfect tense uses has or have with a past participle. Okay, and who use has? You have to remember. He, she, it, one, has. Have is for I, you, we, and they. And has must go with a past participle. So if you have forgotten, please take a look at this table. Alright, now you are going to write 5 sentences for me in English. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if you take a look at these sentences, all these sentences are past action, but no time mentioned. 已经发生了，全部都是已经发生，但是没有讲时间的。Okay, so therefore, afterwards, when you write, you need to use has or have. And remember to use the past participle. Okay, I can only help you with sentence number 1. Subject, I. The verb is drink, but you cannot write I drink because it is a past action. 已经 see? So 已经喝了，没有讲时间。Therefore, you will use I, have, or has. I have. 喝是 drink, but you cannot write I have drink. Wrong. What is the past participle for drink? Past tense, drank. Past participle, drunk. D-R-U-N-K. If you have forgotten, you can take a look at your workbook. The first few pages, okay, in your workbook, you can find the past participle there. So this answer, I repeat, I have drunk a cup of coffee. I have drunk a cup of coffee. So this is your answer. Past action, but no time mentioned. So you're going to write number 2, 3 until number 10 on your own. Okay, until number 5 here. Okay, there are 5 sentences here. Later on, I'll give you another 5 sentences. Okay? Alright, leave a line. We move on to B. Present perfect tense is also used to show Action started in the past and is still happening now. And we always use the word since and the word for. Okay, so what is the meaning of action started in the past and is still happening now? 以前发生，现在还正在发生。Okay, 以前就是已经过去了，它已经开始发生了，现在还正在。Let's take a look at sentences number 1. Two, 3, 4. And number 5. Okay, so if you take a look at all these sentences from number 1 to number 4, okay, number 1 to number 5, you find that the action is still happening now. 就是以前的发生，就是 like for example number 1, 2个小时前它已经发生了，现在还正在。Okay, the same goes with number 2. 以前就是2010年的时候已经住在这里，现在还在。Okay, Kuala Lumpur, 住在 Kuala Lumpur. Right, other examples like number 3 is also the same. 昨天已经写了，意思讲现在还正在。Okay, 昨天开始 since yesterday 开始写，还正在写着。Right, number 4. Can you see? For how long? For 3 hours. 4. And number 5. Also, for how long? For 10 years. Right? So what I want you to do is, again, you need to use the present perfect tense. Have with a PP, that is a past participle. For example, number 1, subject, the students. Verb, have. Many students, so have. Sat, S-A-T. The students have sat under the tree for 2 hours. Okay, so always remember subject, verb, and the verb must be has or have, then a past participle verb. Okay, so for this example, the students have sat under the tree for 2 hours. Right? So the rest of the sentences, number 2, 3, 4, and 5, you are going to write on your own. Once you're finished, please take a photo of this page and send to me. Alright, we move on. Don't forget to send the 10 sentences to me. Okay? Alright, now we are looking at past perfect tense. So please leave a line, write your title, past perfect tense. Underline. Now, what is past perfect tense? So if you remember last week, we talked about present perfect tense. Present perfect tense uses has and have. Now, past perfect tense use had. So you see the word had, H-A-D, had. The had is the past tense for has and have. And the meaning is still the same. 已经. Okay, so I had gone. You had run. He had drunk. She had bought. 所以他已经买了。See, and the drunk and the word bought or eaten, all these are past participle verbs. So always remember, when you use has, have, or had, you must use the past participle verb. Okay, so you need to copy this table into your exercise book. When do we use the past perfect tense? Past perfect tense is used to show a completed action. See, a completed action is like a past action, 就是已经发生了，它已经完成了这个 action. Okay, let's take a look at some examples, right? Number 1, I the orphanage many times last year. 我已经什么参观了那个孤儿院 many times last year， 就是很多次，我已经很多次参观那个孤儿院，几时 last year. Right? So your answer, I had visited the orphanage many times last year. Okay? So if you look at this sentence, I had visited, Chinese means 我已经参观，已经. So always remember when you use had, Chinese in Chinese it means 已经. I had visited the orphanage many times last year. 去年我已经参观了那一个 orphanage 很多次。Right? So 已经发生了。That's the meaning of this sentence. Number 2. Okay, answer has been given. Check and see what is the meaning of this sentence. I couldn't go in now because someone had locked the door. 我不能进去，因为有人已经锁门了。Okay, so 已经 the had and lock. We use past tense here because the verb couldn't. I couldn't go in. 我不能进去。Past. So the past perfect is used here. 因为有人已经锁门。So had, lock. And check the word lock. Lock is the past participle. L-O-C-K-E-D. Peter 已经吃完那些饼干，谁烘的饼干？妈妈烘的饼干已经吃完了。Alright, so you see the word bake. Bake is in past tense. So 已经这个已经也要 past had, and then eaten. Had eaten. Right? So after had, past participle, eaten. Number 4. Okay, now sentence number 4. My brother said he all his homework. My brother said 我的弟弟讲什么？他已经做完了功课。See? 他已经做完 past. Why past? You see the word said, S-A-I-D, is also past. So we use the past perfect. 他已经完成了功课。So had, only one verb, right? Had, H-A-D, had. And what is the past participle for do? Do, past tense, did. Past participle, done, D-O-N-E. If you have forgotten, you can take a look at your workbook. And the last sentence. A motorcyclist, 骑摩托的人 knocked down, 撞到 an old man. Luckily, he was not injured. 幸亏他没有受伤。See, so a motorcyclist 已经撞到了 had, H-A-D, had. Past participle for the verb knock is K-N-O-C-K-E-D. Past tense is E-D. Past participle is also E-D. So a motorcyclist had knocked down an old man. 已经撞到了一个 old man. 幸亏他没有受伤。Alright? So whenever you want to use had, H-A-D, 就记得 had 就是已经的意思。Alright? Okay, and you must go with the past participle. And this sentence, 这些句子全部都是 past. 它一定是 past tense, 所以才可以用 had. Okay, had 就是已经发生了 had and then your past participle. Okay, you need to copy the sentences into your exercise book first. Take out your level 4 grammar workbook. Please turn to page 29. Page 29. Alright, now you can see pictures showing past tense, past continuous tense, and the last column is the past perfect tense. Okay, so when you see the word past, it means 已经发生了。所以3个图片都是讲它已经做了，已经发生了。Okay, let's take a look at the first one. Nancy needed a new dress. So you underline the word needed. Nancy 需要一件新衣，需要。Okay, N-E-E-D-E-D, underline, needed, this is past tense. And then the past continuous tense, Nancy was buying a new dress. Nancy 那时候正在 was were 那时候正在已经买，那时候正在买。Okay, and the last one, Nancy had bought a new dress. Nancy 已经买了一件新裙 dress， 或者衣。Okay, so Nancy 已经买了 so had and bought. Okay, so please underline had bought. Alright, some of you might ask me, can I use Nancy has bought? Can, 可以啊。So Nancy has bought 也是的意思也是讲 Nancy 已经买了，但是因为这一边全部都是 past tense， 看到吗？ So needed past tense, was 也是 past tense， 所以这个就是要 past tense。Past perfect tense 的那个 had, H-A-D. Alright, another example. Look at the next row of pictures. I was very hungry. Underline was. Second picture, I was eating some sandwiches. Underline was eating. Okay, 那时候正在。And then underline I had eaten some sandwiches. I had eaten. 我已经吃了一些sandwiches. 所以已经吃了，刚才正在吃 picture number 2. Then the first picture is I was very hungry. 我很饿，已经发生了，全部都已经发生了。Okay, last row of pictures. The man wanted, underline wanted, to speak to the principal. 那个 man 要跟校长讲话。Then picture number 2, the man was speaking to the principal. 那个 man 刚才正在跟校长讲话。And the last one, the man had spoken to the principal. 那个 man 已经跟校长讲话了。Had spoken 就是讲完了，他们看看都出去了吗？ So had and spoken. So the meaning is 已经跟校长讲话了。Alright, okay, so whenever you use had with a past participle, 它的意思也是一样的 present participle 就是已经吃了，已经离开，已经讲话了，已经买了 that's the meaning. Okay, so that's for page 29. Turn to page 33. Look at page 33. Exercise 32. Now I want you to do question number 1 to number 7 only. Number 8 and number 9. And 10 you don't have to do yet. Okay, 不要做8、9、10. Number 1 to 7 only. Alright, so remember to use had with a past participle. So if you do not know the past participle, then you have to go and check your workbook. Alright, for example, number 1, what is the past participle for go? Salmi had gone. Yes, Salmi had gone out when I reached her house. 就是 Salmi 已经出去了。当我去到她的家的时候 Salmi 已经出去了。So it is a past action. Okay, why past action? See the word reached. Reached is a past tense, 所以这边是要 past had gone. Okay, so try number 1 to number 7 on your own. Page 33, exercise 33. Number 1. What did Tommy do when he had completed his homework? So can you change the word dear to the word his homework? So Tommy 做什么当他已经做完功课他做什么 So the answer is given. Went to bed 就是去睡觉 So 当 Tommy 已经做完功课的时候他就去睡觉 Right? So how to answer? Tommy went to bed when he had completed his homework. Okay? I repeat. Tommy went to bed when he had completed his homework. Right? So try question number 2, number 3, and number 4. Number 2. Who had given you this present before he left? 谁给你？谁已经给你了这一个礼物 before he left 还没有离开之前谁已经给你礼物了 right so the answer is Ramu so when you answer Ramu subject verb had given Ramu had given me this present before he left so always remember to use had okay the sentence must be the word had What did your friend tell you? What did your friend tell you? 3. 你朋友跟你讲什么 So ask a question with did, no past tense for the word tell. So when you answer, my friend told me. My friend told me he had won the competition. 他已经赢了那个 competition. Okay, so maybe you can try number 4 on your own. Write your answer. What had fallen across the road? 什么东西已经倒在路上？已经倒。Okay, so the answer is a huge tree. So write your answer now on your own. Alright, homework to be sent. You need to send me the 10 sentences that you have written earlier. The 5 sentences to show past action, no time mentioned, and 5 more sentences to show action started in the past and still happening now, and this page. Alright, so that's all for today.
That's all for today's lesson. Thank you. Subscribe to Explorer for more lessons. Have a nice day.